What do you get when you combine the Avengers, Avatar The Last Airbender, Casper, and tie it all up in a red and white ghoulishly nostalgic bow? You're god right, it's the freaking Ghostbusters of the Frozen Empire. Join your less than favorable New York team in New York. Then they moved there from Somerville, where they've settled into the old firehouse and have taken over the ghost hunting busting business. Because apparently it makes them feel good. What happens when an ancient mythical creature is exhumed from his prison? Find out this spring and in theaters near you now, when the Ghostbusters fans from around the world are going to ask, who you going to call?
Someone else.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Hey, did you like that intro? Hey. Alright, so, I'm not gonna lie. I saw this movie Friday afternoon when I got off work. And worked on that beautiful intro you just saw most of Saturday morning. Even downloading clips to record for the later proper review here.
It's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
Then about midday, Red Letter Media dropped their 48-minute review of the film. And they pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover. So if you want my mirrored opinion of the review or movie, check out their review. redlettermedia.com or go to search bar on YouTube. But now let's get into what I still have questions about. No ghost sightings for 30 years. Now, Somerville was an isolated incident. I get it. But the goobers are randomly fighting what I believe to be the fish ghost from the 2009-2010 Ghostbusters video game? I mean, Baraka isn't even out yet. And this thing's flying around? Where the hell did this new batch of ghosts come from? These movies don't even attempt to follow their own lore. I guess that's what happens when you try to expand on lightning in a bottle. Ghostbusters 1984. Gozer equals ghost. Got it. Ghostbusters 2. Vigo equals hate slime. Sure. Oh, but 30 some odd years later in BFE, Gozer again equals ghosts. And now randomly, because there had to be a reason, every freaking single character from the last film is now coincidentally busting ghosts in New York? I mean, it's a movie, it's fine. It's a movie, it's fine. Let's move on. Speaking of, what exactly are the ghosts in Ghostbusters? Are they humans, animals? Are they both? Sometimes they're humans, sometimes they're zombies, Belushi's, one-head purple flying people eaters, librarians. For God's sakes, we now have one whose sole purpose on this entire movie is to regurgitate. Don't even get me started on the mini puffs. Again, you're not following your own lore. I don't know why I'm doing this. You're not following your own lore. You're not following your own lore, movie. Again, either nobody believes this crap happened, or it's all make-believe. Walter Peck. Mr. Mayor. My man. Dickless. Guess what? You got jizzed on by a 100-foot marshmallow man. It's the digital age, for Christ's sake. They even mentioned they haven't seen this much damage since the Lady Liberty incident from Ghostbusters 2. Hoo-hoo, the balls on you, movie. I have some held over questions from Afterlife. Where's Oscar? What's he up to? I mean, a brief throwaway line in a vast ocean of exposition that is this movie would have just been fine. I mean, no mention of Louis Tully at all. Like, Janine's like, oh, he wanted to, but he's at home, blah, 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 blah. Nope, not a bit. You know what we did get? Something that we have been waiting 30 plus years for. We did it, my friends. We got a cameo from that library assistant. And that's fine. I got no answers or updates to my questions. There are already so many characters jam-packed into this movie. I mean, it's hard not to see where some people could get cut. Why is she here? All right. I hear you. Stop yelling at the screen. I know why she's here. Check that box. But she isn't necessary. She plays the unwitting herald for Galactus. Unbeknownst to the smartest girl since Ray Starkiller, Phoebe Buffet. Or Phoebe Gruber, or Gruberson, or whatever the hell. Spangler. Are they Grubersons or are they Spanglers? Who cares? Seriously. She gets tricked into turning herself into a ghost, so the main bad guy can use her spirit, which is not linked to her body, so it shouldn't be able to work anyway, to perform the death chant or whatever to let him out. It reminds me of...
Physical. What?
How are you doing that?
I have no idea.
You should not be able to do that.
Yeah, that. Upon doing so, which he does none of the following. Kill Phoebe. Kill Domino, or Starry, or Lucky, or whatever the hell her name is. It just beelines it to the inner city because he's horny. I mean, spoiler warning, Kumail Nanjiani is the one that helps defeat Garaka, lick a hiney ho. It's a Pee Wee Herman reference. He's the Fire Master, which his character feels like it belongs in another movie. I think Rich Evans said that in the Red Letter Radio review.
What?
But I mean, she was just an ends to a mean. She was the catalyst to get Phoebe to turn herself into a ghost, and then nothing ever came of it. You cut that girl out of the movie entirely, and you could use that money that you saved, I don't know, maybe lower the prices at the concession stand a little bit. I mean, I walked up and I was like, hey, you guys got any more of those ghost traps? They're like, yeah, we've probably got some around here somewhere. I'm like, great. I'll take a popcorn thing of that and a soda. $40 later, I've got the souvenir, a separate popcorn bucket, and a soda. And I can barely get the door open to go see the damn movie. I mean, God forbid if my showing was packed. It had less than 10 people in it. I had the trap in the chair next to me with the popcorn sitting on that to steady it. Consumerism? Don't get me wrong. Garaka is a cool concept. I like Garaka. I mean, he's a neat looking creature. You know, and some things near the end of this movie, well, the tail end of this third act, were specifically really kind of eerie. And I'm looking at you, Tricycle. But yeah, he only shows up in the late stages of the third act and does nothing. Except release all the previous ghosts from all the other movies, and in between, it's implied in the cartoon that the movies are just the movies and the cartoon is the real Ghostbusters, which is why it's named that. If you didn't know that, now you know. But yeah, he lets all the other ghosts out, but he goes back into the container for plot reasons. I thought the thing was busted. Sequel! Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Is it good? Yeah. Is it great? Is it better than Afterlife?
Why, hell yeah!
Now look, if you want to just sit back, turn your brain off, and let the nostalgia slime you all over your face, then who am I to judge?
Jesus Christ.
All kinds of kings for all types of folk. Just, at least it's not in 3D. Because you don't want to run the risk of getting that stuff in your hair.
Bazinga.